Hey guys, today I'm coming to you with a very different kind of video, and that's because tonight I got invited to an exclusive party in the Plains Hotel. Yeah, basically, this video is about telling you my experience going out alone in Milano as a Spanish boy. Okay, I don't know absolutely no one here, but today I'm gonna practice my social skills, and it's an exercise that I would recommend to all of you if you want to improve your social skills. Because by going out alone, you force yourself to talk to new people and meet new people. Okay, so that implies that you will improve your social skills, and if you do this for several times, I don't care if it's by day or by night, I'm totally confident that you will improve your social skills 100%. To give you a little more context, I'm gonna tell you that I'm going to a party with a super elegant dress code. So I chose this attire. Okay, I'm going full black, looking like fucking Bruce Wayne right now. I'm the king of Gotham. And today we're gonna conquer the disco. Okay, the disco is ours. I decided to make this video not only for you guys, so you can learn how to go out alone and how to enjoy your night without hesitating and without thinking that going out alone is weird, but also for me, because by going out alone, what you need to do is enhance your vibe. So when you get there, you already know how to interact with people. And right now, by just talking, you can see how my energy and my vibe levels are going up. Then when I get there, it will be much easier for me to start interacting with new people. Not only girls, but guys, make new friends, and maybe, you know, maybe the night ends up successful. So I'm gonna be documenting everything around here for today, and I'll tell you more when I get there. Wish me luck. Before I get to the Plains Hotel, I want to highlight something, and it's that a lot of you guys complain about not having meaningful relationships. You keep complaining about not having sex and not finding the right people, right? I understand that you feel that way, especially without having the proper guidance. And that's why I created my one on one coaching, basically, where I show you how to master your personal style, charisma, and dating life. So you stop having this kind of problems. But at the same time, it's fucking normal that you have these problems. Okay. If you don't change your environment, if you don't change your life, you will keep being the same shit as always. I come from a little town in Spain where there was nothing more than old people and ugly girls, there was nothing there. And I've moved to the fucking capital of the fashion in the world, which is Milan, where all the models are here. I've known amazing people since I've got here, and I've only been here for 7 weeks. So I really encourage you to change your life by doing this kind of steps. Like, it's not acceptable to live in your parents' home, live in your hometown. You have to move there, and you have to improve your skill set and lifestyle, define everything, and start doing the little steps that are required to start living the life of your dreams and achieving your desired character. Okay, so start with little steps, and don't feel weird by going out alone, because it's not. Okay, I consider this work, because I know I have to do this to improve my skill set and then show you guys new techniques and how to do it better. So do the same thing. Don't be afraid of it, and it's not fucking weird. Okay, consider that. Now, when going out alone, there's some things you need to do first. Okay, make sure that when you leave home, you're fucking ready. Okay, look at me right now. I'm sharp. I know. I know I'll be the most attractive guy in the disco, but that's not enough being a man, and especially Milan. Okay, so if you move to a place like this, you gotta make sure you're ready and you elevate your vibe before going to the exact same place. I don't care if it's a disco or a coffee shop during the day. Okay, as I told you before, it's very important that you have elevated your vibe by the time you get there, and also have some pickup lines, or not necessarily pickup lines, but lines ready. Okay, visualize what you're gonna do when you get there, so it's very easy to start from that moment on. So for me, it's basically been visualizing what I'm gonna tell the girl I want, the guy I want, and I've studied a lot for this. So today, as always, I'm going to put into practice what I've been doing for years right now and what I've been studying for several months. New techniques, NLP, and that's how it should be. So do the same thing, and I guarantee you that it's just a numbers game. Okay, as I told before in previous videos, I was in I've always been into sales, and I know that sales and marketing work the same way with women. Okay, that's what I'm good with it. because I've been into sales for more than a year and a half, and I perfectly understand how it works. I know it's a game of numbers, and the more girls, the more chicks you hit on, the more chances you have to sleep with somebody that night. Okay, I guarantee you that it's impossible. It's completely impossible that you work in your game, you elevate your style, you work on your charisma, and you go out just one day per week, and that day you hit on 10 girls for 10 consecutive nights, and you've hit on 100 girls. If one girl hasn't slept with you, then you have a problem, and I can help you with that. Obviously, it's 4 a.m. right now, and it was moment to leave the disco, but the night went exactly how I planned it to go. Fuck yeah! That's how we do it. Okay, that's how we fucking do it. And now I'm gonna tell you the exact strategy that I use to get a date with a fucking 10 out of 10. So I got into disco, and obviously when you go alone, you can feel a little bit weird, okay? It's completely normal. Once you get used to it, it's not. Right now, I'm kind of used to it. But if you're not, I understand. So use the same exact tactic that I use today, because yeah, well, maybe I'm a little bit more experienced and I don't have this social anxiety anymore, but I still use the same technique because it's always useful, okay? And it's a technique that you can use even as a beginner. So let's get to it. Okay, it's funny because I didn't expect what I found, but I got there and there was like thousands of millionaires over there. Okay, it was kind of big, but well, no, not thousand obviously. There were like some people, but a lot of them brought watches, like high quality watches, AP, Rolexes, and that stuff. So the first approach I did was when I was outside. I saw a man with a fantastic style. So it's a great way to approach someone, especially if it's a guy, because you don't have this anxiety and that fear of rejection, which is what I know that most of you guys is stopping you to make these approaches. Okay, so I went to this guy, just told him he had a great style, and he was alone also. He left the club like maybe 15 minutes later, but that was enough to get me started and to get this momentum. Okay, I want you guys to really understand this and to use this as an advantage. I want you guys to understand that once you have this momentum, and it was basically what I was talking in the beginning of the video, okay? That's why I was recording this video, because I was diminishing the social anxiety. And once I got there, it was easier for me to speak to the first guy. So when I talked to this guy, but it didn't really matter, okay? It was a guy, well, he told me a great story. He's been to Colombia and he was a fucking G actually. He seemed like a gangster, a mafia boss, but doesn't matter because then when I got started, it was easier for me to go approach some groups of people. And I would really recommend you to go for guys at the beginning because of this fear of rejection you have. Okay, it's easier to approach guys, and guys also have friends, and these friends will introduce you to women. That's exactly what happened with me. Okay, I approached two groups of guys. The first one wasn't much interesting. There was only a guy that was trying to sleep with two hookers. Okay, that's what I forgot to tell you. It was like a lot of rich men, but also a lot of hookers. Okay, 10 out of 10 women that you could tell that they were host escorts, luxury escorts. And well, I met the second group of guys. It was really great people. And once we were outside, two of their friends, female friends, protagonists of this story, approached us because they knew the guy. Okay. And that was enough for me to go speak to them. And this is exactly the strategy I want you to talk about today. Okay. In this case, they approached us, but it's kind of normal when you have this magnetic social presence. Okay. So once you get this charisma and you have this personality, get used to it because they will come to you. Well, in this case, they come to me. But if they don't, go and approach them. Okay. My case was easier because I met the guy first and they were friends. But if you see a group of girls, maybe there's some guy, go talk to the guy in those group of girls and don't pay attention to the girl you like. Okay, that's exactly the way to go. And that's exactly the way I did it. Honestly, the two girls that came were both very hot. Okay, but the fact is that one was like taller than the other one. And I really like short girls. Okay. So what I did was start talking to the tall one. She was also very hot, actually. It wouldn't have mattered to me that she was the one that I got the date with. But it doesn't matter because I started talking to her without paying much attention to the actually hot one, okay, the one I liked most. So we started talking, and she saw I was more interested in the tall one than in the short one. And that's exactly what you want to do, okay? By not paying more attention to the one you like and more attention to the one you don't like as much, the one you like will start thinking, why the fuck is this guy not approaching me? I'm very hot and he's not even paying attention to me. I know this society is fucked because you have to do this kind of stuff, but keep in mind that I don't care what people says, like, if she's very hot, no man would approach her. No, that's a fucking lie, okay? If you are going to talk to a 10 out of 10, keep in mind that 1,000 guys hit on her that night, okay? So you have to be different. And by not paying attention to her, you're being completely different. They're not used to it. So I started talking to the tall one, and like a few minutes went by, maybe 10 minutes, and then we separated, okay? I already made the first impression. I knew it was a good impression. I added value, and then we separated. I knew they were still in the disco, so I went and talked to the group of guys, actually, and I spent some minutes with them again. And then the same girls, maybe 10 minutes later, came back and approached us again. And the fact is, they approached us with two other girls, not even as hot as them, okay? Like, maybe there are sixes, and the ones I'm talking about are like nines. So what I did was started talking to the six. So that's basically how you play the game, okay? You have to understand that. If you are talking to the nine, then to the six, and you're not talking to the 10 is constantly thinking, why the fuck is this guy not approaching me? Okay, he's talking to everybody but me, and she doesn't understand that. So what I did was not paying attention to her until I asked the nine her Instagram, okay? And basically, she told me she studies languages and she didn't know much Spanish. So as I'm a Spanish guy, I told her that I could teach her Spanish, and it was like a kind of a date, but I don't want to date with her. I want to date with the other one. And she saw, because I did it just in front of her, how I asked for her Instagram. Okay, so in that moment, she realized that I wasn't paying attention to her all night, and I asked for her friend's Insta. Keep in mind that I've seen her all night looking at me from up to down, okay? You have to, you also have to learn how to read corporal language in order to know which girl likes you and which don't. But I knew this girl liked me, so what I did was when I had the Instagram of the nine, I separated again and I went to the bathroom. And when I came back, I saw the 10 giving a massage to another guy in the group of friends, but not like a sexy massage. Okay, I know perfectly that that was a friendly massage, because that guy is not even as hot as me, like not even close. So I approached the guy again, not her, and I told him that he's living like a king, having this girl making him a massage. And then I went to the girl, obviously, because at some point you have to pay attention to her. And I told her that I also wanted a massage. So she instantly dropped that guy and came with me. So I went to a couch and she came with me and she started giving me a massage. That was enough to obviously know that she was interested in me. So when she stopped doing the massage, I asked her how could I pay her back. And she told me, no, it's free, don't worry. And I told her that I could repay her by inviting her for a drink someday around my neighborhood. She's not from Milan. She's from like a town maybe 30 minutes away. But she told me that she comes to Milan once a week. So basically, what I want you guys to do is that when you ask a girl for her number or her Instagram, you have a date already. So as I said, she lives like 30 minutes away from Milano. But as she told me that she comes once a week, I told her that when she comes, we could make this date happen. Guess what happened? She gave me her fucking Instagram, and now we have the date. So it went exactly how I planned it. Okay, everything. And that's how you make it. Okay, it's not even that hard, but some of you guys can even make the first step, which is approaching a fucking guy. And get rid of this fear of rejection that you have. Go approach a guy, go approach another group of guys. And that moment you have momentum. And whether a girl comes approach you, it will probably happen because she already saw that you're talking to different people. You're there alone, but you have the courage to go speak to strangers. In that moment, they will come to you. And if not, you will have the courage to go speak to them because you already did all night long with guys. Doesn't matter. In that moment, you have to have a little bit of game and do exactly what I told you. Keep in mind that 10s don't hang around alone. They are always in group. So if you expect to find a girl who is a 10 out of 10 alone, get rid of that thought, okay? Because that's not happening. You have to understand how to get an Instagram or a phone number from a 10 out of 10 when she's in her group of friends, okay? If you do that, and if you keep going out, and I'm not even saying that you have to do this at night, okay? I'm an entrepreneur as well, and I understand how going out at night is not the most productive thing. I do once a week, but like you can do the same exact thing during the day in coffee shops, in the gym, wherever you want. And maybe this date doesn't even happen, okay? I want you to understand that it's a game of numbers. So maybe I think I have it all done, but then the date doesn't even occur, okay? It can happen. It has happened to me in the past, but you gotta understand that if you keep doing this, if you keep getting girls' phones numbers or Instagrams, at the end, some of them will get into a date with you, and not all the dates will be successful, but the one that is, that's a goal, and that's what you're looking for. I also want you to get rid of the thought that a successful night is only successful if you get her into your bed. It's not like that. Maybe you don't even have to kiss her, okay? A successful night is for you to get rid of that fear of rejection. Approach a girl and get her contact number, okay? That's it for you. If you're starting out, that's okay. Even if you're not starting out, a girl you have to keep in mind that needs 7 touch points to get into bed with you. It's exactly the same for a person to buy you. Exactly the same thing. I keep saying it, but it's true. Sales and women work the same way. So if you're good in sales, you're good in women. Stick to that advice, and I'm sure you will get laid in the first fucking month within you do that. Okay? I love you guys, and see you in the next one, gents.